And India has expressed concern over the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. India's approach to Afghanistan will be guided by historical friendship and the special relationship with the Afghan people, even though it is deeply concerned at the unfolding humanitarian situation in that country, said Indian envoy R. Ravindra at the United Nations. So in the face of Afghanistan cracking down on women's rights to be in parks and to exercise in gyms, India has expressed concern over the humanitarian crisis. Well, Afghanistan is already reeling under a severe economic crisis, many on the brink of starvation. Malnutrition remains a major concern, particularly for children. And as winter approaches, well, there are immense concerns about how majority of the people there will stay warm. Well, India's approach to Afghanistan will be guided by historical friendship, says Indian envoy R. Ravindra at the United Nations. And the special relationship with the Afghan people. India is one of the countries that has extended immense help to Afghanistan in this time of crisis.
Mr. President, as a contiguous neighbor of Afghanistan with strong historical and cultural links, our approach to Afghanistan, as always, will be guided by our historical friendship and our special relationship with the people of Afghanistan. As a neighbor and long-standing partner of Afghanistan, India has direct stakes in ensuring the return of peace and stability to the country. The elements in the draft resolution have set forth common concerns, the priorities, and the ask of the international community. India's main priorities in Afghanistan include providing immediate humanitarian assistance for the Afghan people, formation of a truly inclusive and representative government, combating terrorism, drug trafficking, and preserving the rights of women, children, and minorities. These benchmarks were also set forth by the Security Council Resolution 2593, which guides the international community's approach towards Afghanistan. Mr. President, India is deeply concerned at the unfolding humanitarian situation in Afghanistan. In response to the humanitarian needs of the Afghan people, as well as to the urgent appeals made by the United Nations, in the last several months, India has dispatched several shipments of humanitarian assistance to Afghanistan. These include 40,000 metric tons of wheat and about 50 tons of medical aid consisting of essential life-saving medicines, anti-TB medicines, 500,000 doses of COVID vaccine, medical surgical items, and 25 tons of disaster relief aid. These aid consignments were handed over to the Indira Gandhi Children's Hospital, Kabul, the Afghan Red Crescent Society, and other UN specialized agencies, including WFP and UN-OCHA. In order to closely monitor and coordinate the efforts of various stakeholders for the effective delivery of humanitarian assistance, and in continuation to our engagement with the Afghan people, an Indian technical team has also been deployed at our embassy in Kabul. Mr. President, India is closely monitoring the security situation in Afghanistan and is actively engaged with the international community on issues related to Afghanistan. In the recent past, terrorist attacks have targeted public spaces like places of worship and educational institutions, especially of minorities. This is a concerning trend, and India strongly condemns the targeting of innocent civilians. The attack at the diplomatic premises of the Russian Federation is highly condemnable.